When we spend time in a slumped and rounded position, the spinal and rib joints at the back can become restricted, making it harder to straighten up. But what about the front of our body? Let's have a look at what happens there and how to correct it. When your mid-back is rounded and your shoulders forward, the sternum, the ribs and the collarbone move into a more depressed position, and they adapt to that position and make it harder to straighten up. The ribs each attach to flexible cartilage at the front, so that helps to minimize the restriction in the rib joints. But the joints between the two bones of the breastbone and the joints between your collarbone and sternum can seize up in a more pushed-in concave position. And the pec muscles, including the pec major fibers that attach to the collarbone, can shorten and adapt too. So here's how to correct those issues. This first exercise is a bit like a seated cat-cow exercise, but with an exaggerated chest protrusion. Start off seated in a low chair with your hands on your knees, and then move into a slightly rounded position with your head down. Next, arch your mid-back, push out your chest, and bring your head back without lifting your chin too much. Squeeze your shoulder blades together to help to protrude your chest. Hold this position for a few seconds and then alternate between those two positions several times once a day. When you move back into a rounded position, just do it gently. But as you go forward, protrude your chest as far as you can comfortably. Build it up though. The first few times you go forward, don't push it too much, because in some people the joint in the breastbone, the sternomanubrial joint, can become very stiff and tender. You might even hear it crack or clunk a bit as it loosens up. Next, we want to open up the sternoclavicular joint and the rib joints a bit more. Sitting on the floor with your legs crossed, put one hand on the outside of the opposite thigh, the other hand behind you, then twist back to look behind you and push your chest out slightly. Then do the other side and repeat that 3 to 5 times each side once a day. As an alternative, you can do this in a chair. Don't do it any more than about 3 to 5 times each side though, because the next exercise is fairly similar and you can overdo it, especially if you're new to this. To stretch the pec major fibers that attach to the collarbone, we need to use our arms a bit more. This exercise is similar to exercise 2, but with the arm extended. Sitting in a chair, place one hand on the outside of the opposite knee, reach back with an extended arm, and look at your hand as you move it back. Repeat 3 to 5 times each side, trying to keep nice and upright as you move. This not only stretches the muscles and joint capsules at the front, but it also mobilizes the rib joints at the back, which can become stuck and irritated, causing pain in the rib joints at the back between your shoulder blade and spine. Now this is just one of about a dozen things that you need to do to correct poor posture and the related symptoms that tend to come with bad posture. If you've struggled with your posture and you finally want to feel straight, strong and flexible again, check out my coaching program in the description box below. And if you want to see the 3 exercises everyone in the world should do, I'll leave a link for my video about those too. Anyway, there you go. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing because it always really helps. And let me know how you go in the comment section below because I really like to read that stuff. Okay, cheers.